Hi, everybody. We are talking about play. Do you know how to play? I just finished a call with one of our masterminds that we lead. I have a women's entrepreneur mastermind, and this topic came up. How do I play? What a great topic. So I thought I'm going to be using this as this topic to unpack it in this video. So if we haven't met, my name is Dr. Karyn. I'm the CEO, co-founder of DK Leadership. It's a global leadership company. I'm both a therapist as well as an executive coach, a business coach. We work with all kinds of amazing people. So whether or not you're an entrepreneur, you're a professional, you're a parent, you're a manager, you're a business owner, you're a grandparent, I'm telling you, you're going to get something out of this video. But how do we play? The importance about play. And really, really, really important. Three different things, maybe three different steps I'm going to be encouraging you around. How do you play? Isn't it amazing that as children, you don't really have to teach most children how to play. But when it comes to adults, we have to almost kind of relearn how to play. It's like a lot of people, we've kind of like forgotten how to play. And so we're going to talk about how to play. So 3 steps, everybody, get your pen and paper. All right. So if you don't have your hands, my book, The 3 Chairs, definitely you can grab a copy on Amazon. I'm reading from chapter 130. Okay. It's like a little bit of a book club. Okay. And one of the things that that I teach in this book, The 3 Chairs, it's a leadership book on how do we get ourselves into the middle chair, a confident, great leader, depending on your age, or regardless of your age or your title. How do we get ourselves in that middle chair? I talk about 6 P's of engagement, 6 different things that we have to really pay attention to in our life. And in the book, it unpacks it. But one of the 6 P's is play. And so I just wanted to highlight a couple of interesting piece of stats here. This comes out of the American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine. Says the benefits of playing, the benefits of laughter. This is your first one, everybody. This is your why. Why should we even be paying attention to play? Why are we even having this video talking about play? Because research tells us that laughter and playing improves our emotions, reduces depression, reduces anxiety, and reduces stress. Okay, so amazing. Research from the University of North Carolina published in Greater Good magazine found that laughter signals that the way that they see the world in the same way, perceived similarity ends up being an important part of their story in relationships. When we laugh, it changes our emotional state. It changes in terms of how we feel, and it also a lot of times changes our perception. Laughter and playing is extremely important, both for our mental health, our emotional wellness, but also for our productivity. Because, and I see this all the time when we work with small businesses, we work with large businesses. It is amazing when we play, when we laugh. It increases our mental capacity. We feel better. Our emotional capacity. Think of ourselves that we have this emotional bucket. We're expanding our emotional capacity. Therefore, we have more capacity mentally for performance, for productivity. I speak at conferences all across the US, all across Canada. And one of the things that comes up all the time is around, a lot of times I'll speak at these professional conferences and the energy is like kind of really low and everybody's kind of like, it's a little bit flat, it's a little bit low. And for years as a speaker, because when I first started speaking, I was speaking in high schools. And with high school students, you got to make it super playful or they're not going to engage. And when I started kind of expanding more on the corporate side over 20 years ago, I thought I had to be more serious and serious is probably the better word. And I remember it was one particular conference I was speaking at, and I thought to myself, this crowd is so flat and it's so dead. I gotta do something different. And so I just cranked on music and I had a bit of a dance party and I actually had them start doing some interactive games and the whole energy changed. And I realized, adults need to play. And all of a sudden, when I got the energy, the emotional energy higher, all of a sudden, they were leaning forward in their seats. They were listening to me more. Their engagement was better. They were retaining with what I said. And so this is the why. Why is it important to play? Because it helps us emotionally. It helps us engage. It helps us in terms of our communication, our listening, and it actually helps us in terms of retain and just overall be engaged and actually drives our performance and our engagement. So tons of whys, okay? Not that I have to really hopefully you're kind of sold on the idea that, playing is actually a good thing. But that's the first thing I want to highlight. Number 1, why? And One of the things that we teach in the book, I teach in the book is, you've got these 6 different pieces of engagement. Again, it's all in the book. 6 pieces of engagement, 6 different categories of things that we really need to be paying attention to be fully engaged in our life. To, 6 things that we would define as success. How, what does success mean to you? You have to make sure you're paying attention to these 6 different buckets. Play is actually one of them. But how do we achieve that? How do we actually incorporate play in our life? What's the how? For that, we need emotional intelligence. That's another set of tools. And that's what we, as a company, that's what we specialize in. So if you don't have our scorecard yet, write down below leadership, and somebody from our team will send that to you. You're going to get a free scorecard. It's a leadership scorecard that looks at a whole bunch of different skills. These are the tools you need to achieve your success, including play. And so down below, write leadership, somebody from our team will actually send that to you. Okay, so step number 1 is know your why. Hopefully I've kind of sold you on that. Hopefully you're like, yes, Karyn, yes, I want to play more. Great. Number 2 is what? What is the play? So what's interesting is in the book, I talk about the power of play. And how you can actually ignite play as an individual, as a team, as a company for your company culture, but also as a family. And one of the things that we love to do, we have a leadership academy, and one of the things we love to do is teach leadership tools that you can apply both to your business and your professional life and your family life. Same set of tools. You can use the same tool in different places. This is one of those tools. So when we actually really get companies and teams to think about how can you be more playful, they come up with all kinds of ideas. When we think about families, what do you do? So for a team perspective, and again, how do you, and this now when we're starting to tap into play, we're now starting to tap into culture. So from a team perspective, we have companies that do things like, sporting events or speakers, or they'll have retreats, they'll have potluck dinners. Like think about, I have some philanthropy, so community events. So think about as a culture, as a team, as a company, what can we do to have more play? Sometimes people have more, in terms of like a ping pong table. One of the companies we spoke at, I was doing some work with in Atlanta. They actually have a tennis court inside their office. I mean, crazy fun. They've got like a really cool lounge area with like different games that teams can actually play in between meetings. And so you can kind of really think and brainstorm, what could we do as a team and as a culture? What can we do to kind of really amplify our playing? On the personal side, when we work with a lot of leaders, a lot of times they'll say, I don't know how to play. I actually don't know what to do for play. So one of the things that I'm really big into this. So one of the things an article I read years ago, I didn't create this concept. I'm re-communicating it. The author, I forget what magazine it was, but the author basically talked about how we all have a funprint. So you know how we all have a fingerprint, and her whole notion was that we all have a funprint. So things that we really believe are fun for us. And the way you really figure it out is you kind of go back when you were a child. When you were a child, what did you do for fun? Well, what I did for fun is I love playing dress up. And I loved decorating my room. Loved it. I would paint different colors. I would rearrange the room multiple different times. I would also have my friends over. I'd say those would be the 3 things that I would do. Have my friends over, play dress up, and redecorate my room. So fast forward, what do I now do for fun? Interior design. I absolutely love interior design. If you follow me on social media or you are part of our email community at our company, you will know I love design. 5 of our properties have been in magazines. It's a massive part with what I actually love to do. I love to design. So I love to design. I love fashion, and really in building out fashion capsules as a way of in terms of expression. And I love being with my girlfriends. I love my family. I love my husband, love my kids. There's nothing but having good girlfriends, really amazing, beautiful friends. And so it's interesting, fast forward and actually have the same thing. And so what I encourage you to do is think to yourself, what did you do for fun? What did you do for fun? Was it painting? Was it singing? Was it running? Was it design? Was it cooking? Was it baking? What did you do for fun when you were a child? And chances are that's probably with where you can actually start. Because when we're a child, we don't put all these roadblocks up. We don't put around, well, what do people think about me? Like we're just kind of, when we're a child and we're playing, we're free. We're there. There's a freedom. And then as we kind of get older, we kind of just start working, and we can really kind of lose ourselves, right? So I encourage you to think about, what did I do for fun as a child? I'm really kind of expanding that. So that's number 2. And the how is a third tip, everybody. So now we know why playing is important in laughter. Number 2 is what is play to you? And really think about that. And the third one is how. So how do you do it? That's where now you need those emotional intelligence skills, because one of the things about emotional intelligence is around time management. So you have to know what you want, but you also have to have the courage to step on the gas and to prioritize it. So because I know design is important to me, time with my friends are important to me. I now block those priorities in my schedule. So time management is so critical. We might know what is fun for us, but then we don't do anything about it. We don't prioritize it. So then what happens is it has no impact in our life. We're not making it happen. So part of all of these tools that I talk about in my book and in our Leadership Academy and all of that is get clear. If we want to be a great leader at work and at home, we will have to be really clear about what do we want? Play needs to be part of it. And how are we going to achieve it? That's where that emotional intelligence piece actually comes in. So like I said, if you haven't gotten our scorecard, write leadership down below. Somebody from our team will get it out to you. And let's start the journey together. Let's awaken your play. Let's awaken your fun. And watch what will happen. All of a sudden, as you are clarifying with what's playful to you, you're stepping on the gas, you're starting to take initiative. Watch what now happens to your emotional wellness. You're going to feel more energized. You are going to feel more alive. You're going to feel ignited. You're going to kind of get out of that slump that might be that you were in. And you are just going to awaken yourself. Awake. That's what we're going to do. And then when we have that kind of emotional energy, that then spills out into your business. You're going to have better ideas, more creativity. This is going to now spill out in your relationships, your communication with your team, with your spouse, with your kids. It all happens when we really start taking care of these 6 P's of engagement. What is success to me? Play is one of them. Now I'm going to step on the gas. I'm going to use my leadership emotional intelligence, step on the gas, make it happen. And now you can start reaping all the benefits. So hopefully you have found this fun. I have had fun teaching it to you. I love teaching. And actually, now that I think about it, that was the 4th thing that I used to do for fun. I used to play teacher. I just had an aha moment as I'm talking about this. I used to play teacher. I used to have a chalkboard in my bedroom, and I would actually do all my schoolwork actually on it. And I love playing school. And maybe that's why to me, this is fun. This is really fun for me too. I love teaching. I love educating. I love to take data and science, but I really love to teach it so that it can help you and others around the world to live more happier, fulfilling, successful lives, however you define that. So thanks, everybody. I hope you have found this fun. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out some of the other videos. Share this with your friends. Let's kind of spread the word. I think we all need more fun. And hopefully I'll see you on one of my other YouTube videos.